Welcome to the dungeon where we geek out on all things horror, thriller, mystery, and suspense. And I've been having some fun. What have I been doing? Well, first of all, I've been educating myself. I've been learning how to do thumbnails and shit, and it's been fun. So so if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll find that I pretty much revamped all the thumbnails that I have on there. Did a few tweaks on the taglines and stuff. So starting to get real serious about that. I hope this helps propel me into doing some more consistent content. It's been starting to be a pretty busy summer. We already have 3 interviews. We have one interview that's going to be coming out on the YouTube channel soon. But you can go to the Patreon page and you can see that video now, literally months in advance. We also have 2 other interviews coming down the pipeline, and in the next coming weeks, I have 3 or 4 other interviews that's coming, and I'll be recording. One of them is one of the producers of the Terrifier movies, and he has a autobiography coming out late this year, just about his time and doing the independent movies and his experiences and war stories doing that. So if that's coming up for this year. But if you want to see all those videos literally 4 or 5 months earlier than anybody else, then you can go to our Patreon page. I've been doing some tweaks and updates on that. So hopefully I'm going to get more serious on that. But here we are, halfway through 2024, and we're getting into June. I mean, I'm recording this on Memorial Day weekend. So last weekend we had the release of the first of the Strangers trilogies. And I just got to say, 2024, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? What's your problem? What's your deal? Okay? We are halfway through the frickin' year, and we talked about what I've seen and what's come out thus far in the year, and what I'm hoping to see and what I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year, at least of the movies that I know of. But Jesus, we're into June almost, and there's 2, maybe 3 movies that are even worth talking about. Let me tell you, you know how at the end of the year, at the beginning of each year, people put together their top 10. I mean, I even do it here. A lot of people do their top 10 of the year. I swear for the 2024, I think people should be doing their top 5. Because if you try to do a top 10, really, you're going to be grabbing at straws. Yeah, there might be, 6 or 7 that really deserve to be on a list like that. But if you're going to squeeze out 10, you're going to be running it pretty thin. So I'm basically going to go through what the first year has looked like and what I've seen and what I've liked, and looking forward to the rest of the year, the second half, and talk about what I know is, at least at this time of recording, what I know is coming out and what I'm looking forward to and excited for. But thus far in 2024, we have, like I said, three, maybe four that actually, warrants being on a top 10 list of the year. I mean, first we have Lisa Frankenstein. I really enjoyed that. That was, I mean, the humor in that may be a bit too quirky for some, but personally, I enjoyed it. Then we have the Winnie the Pooh thing, Blood and Honey 2. This got to get the vote for like the most improved movie in the franchise, because if you look back on what people were saying and what the general consensus was in the first Winnie the Pooh, was that it was just a piece of shit. It was one of the worst, most hated movies of, what is it, 2002, 3, whatever year it was. But it's good that the writers and directors and stuff of Winnie the Pooh and that whole Pooniverse, or whatever they're calling it, learned their lesson and they improved on the product. So yeah, Blood and Honey 2. I keep wanting to say Blood and Honey 2 Boogaloo. Yeah, that's just me. But yeah, that was a. Now, is it a good movie? Is it a great movie? No. But compared to the first one, yeah, it was a good improvement. They're going in the right direction. Then we have Imaginary. Yeah. Moving on, then we have Immaculate. We had like two nun movies, like religious nun horror movies come out, like literally like within weeks of one another. Immaculate and then The First Omen. I enjoyed Immaculate. I understand that the final scene, I say the final 3 or 4 minutes of the film, is really what's gonna make or break people if they enjoy that movie. I understand that, and if you watch the movie, you notice that final scene is one continuous cut. There's no edits. There's no cutaways. They filmed that all in one take, and my understanding is they only filmed 2 takes of that final scene, and I think they wound up going with the first take. So when you see the movie, you're seeing the first take of the 2 that they filmed. Then they had the First Omen, which I understand was pretty good. I have not seen it yet. I'm gonna wait till it comes out on Disney. First, see, this is 2024. It's go home. You're drunk. We have a non-religious cult horror movie going to be streaming on Disney. Oh god, I gotta say. And then we have Tarot. Yeah, Tarot and Imaginary pretty much deserve to be in the same camp with one another. Then we had the like last weekend we had The Strangers chapter 1. They're hulking it as like a prequel. Bullshit. That's not a prequel. That is basically a retelling of the 2008 movie. Now, I'm gonna push back a little bit. A lot of reviewers are saying that it is a shot-for-shot recreation of the 2008 movie. Again, bullshit. It is not exactly, scene for scene a retelling. It's sort of like a reimagining of they tweak around some aspects of the 2008 movie. Sadly, there are aspects and beats of the 2008 movie that they do very poorly. Now, and they do. I understand these chapter 2 is going to come out later this year, so I don't know. Chapter 2 better not be a retelling of Pray at Night. Because I swear to Christ, if it is. And then chapter 3 is going to be early of next year. So we'll see about that. But yeah, this chapter 1 is not giving me much vibes of something that I'm gonna enjoy. Or so, and again, I may wait until all 3 movies comes out before I even bother watching all of them. And what concerns me is that they filmed. My understanding is that they filmed all 3 movies pretty much at the same time. All 3 movies are in the can. Now, that is concerning to me because if chapter 1 sucks so damn bad, usually, I talked earlier, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. They filmed the first one. It sucked, and they actually, took the criticism, the constructive criticism to heart, and they improved on it, and they made Blood and Honey 2 Boogaloo, and that was, again, it wasn't a great movie, but it was a great improvement over the first one. Now, when you shoot all 3 movies, like the Strangers trilogy, you don't have that opportunity to improve on the previous chapter. So if chapter 1 is already done, obviously it's already, but if chapter 2 and 3 are already done and in the can, they're going to be as, I don't know. I have a feeling that they're going to be just as bland and shitty as the first chapter. And then we have, now, I got to talk about Abigail. Abigail, it really, right now, is the best and only movie I think thus far that really deserves to be in like the top 3 of like a top 5 or top 10. I mean, that is the champion of 2024 right now, is Abigail. Another one that deserves to be on the top list is Late Night with the Devil. Now, there's been a lot of jokes about all the 20 or so production companies that's at the beginning. It's like, it's like 8 minutes into the movie and they're still showing production logos and stingers. But hey, that is the beast or the double-edged sword of independent movies. In fact, I understand when you watch those production company logos at the beginning, I forget the name of it, but the one that does all the claymation, that is actually the production company that David the lead actor in the movie, Polka Dot Dude. From the Suicide Squad. Yeah, Polka Dot Dude. That's his production company. So he had a hand in bringing this movie to light, and I saw that in the theaters, and it was really cool. I mean, if you grew up watching Johnny Carson and whole 70s late night TV, just the nostalgia of Late Night with the Devil, they did that up right. And Polka Dot Man needs to he's done all these like side characters and supporting roles. He needs to get more leading man roles, cause he was excellent in this role. So yeah, Abigail and Late Night with the Devil are 2 really solid contenders and being on the top whatever number list, the top list of 2024. Now, another one that I think is going to be, at least on my list, is a movie on Tubi. And this movie is called Lowlives. And it's a Tubi original. Okay? That's what shocked me, is that there's a movie on Tubi. It's a Tubi original, and it's really, really good. It's not a horror comedy, but it's a horror that has comedic beats to it. And I loved it. I frickin' loved it. So that goes to tell you how low and down in the dumps 2024 is as far as horror movies, is when I'm talking about putting a fucking Tubi original on the list. That's where we are right now. Another movie that I saw was Baghead. That was pretty interesting. It's another low budget movie. A lot of low budget movies are really hitting it out of the park. At least a few that has really come out and got some traction. But Baghead basically is about a witch that has been, in a sense, tethered to the basement of this Irish pub. And you are able to talk, the witch is able to enable you to talk to a dead loved one. But here's the thing, you could only do it for 2 minutes. If you if the witch is still manifesting your loved one beyond the 2 minutes, that's when the witch starts to, she's still in the form of your loved one, but she just starts fucking with you. Starts telling you all the things how you failed your loved one, and just starts pushing all the guilt buttons that you have regarding that relationship. So the longer you go past 2 minutes, the stronger the witch gets. That's Baghead. Another one that I really enjoyed was Destroy All Neighbors. That is just a frickin' fun movie. That's almost as fun as Abigail. And what really cool is the actor that was not Keanu Reeves, in that movie where they go into the phone booth, not Doctor Who, but they go into the phone booth, and the phone booth is a time machine. They go back and bring back all these, historical figures to help them with their high school presentation. Remember that movie? Well, Keanu Reeves was in that, and the other guy, who was not Keanu Reeves, is in this movie, Destroy All Neighbors, and you could barely recognize him. But that's a really good movie, if you like just really stupid fun. And then last, I want to touch base on a movie that has been told in the hyperverse, I guess, because everybody's hyping this movie up, is Coffee Table. People are calling this the most horrifying, disturbing movie of the year. Is it? No. I've seen more disturbing movies. I've seen you want disturbing? You want fucked up? I could show you some fucked up shit. All right. But Coffee Table is. But is it like the most disturbing movie of all time or of the year? No, absolutely not. Now, there is one really bad, disturbing event that takes place in that movie. It's the one event that this entire movie is anchored on. And pretty much you spend most of the movie dealing with the main character's guilt and regret and all that stuff. But is it all the hype that people are saying it is? No, it doesn't live up to that at all. Now going into that brings us to June. So now talking about some of the movies that I am looking forward to and ones that I'm not quite sure of for the rest of the year. First of all, we got to talk about The Crow. Now, I did some, I did my thoughts and comments on The Crow when that last trailer of the movie came out. And I had that on YouTube channel. You just go to my YouTube channel. And all these things I'm talking about, the links are in the show notes. Or you could go to my Linktree. My Linktree, if you just go to Linktree and look up Horror Geekdom, and all of my links to everything is just listed there. So you smash one of those buttons, it will take you to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, podcast show, Patreon, blah, blah, blah. It's all in there. So, Linktree/Horror Geekdom. But anyway, I posted my thoughts of the Crow trailer on the YouTube channel. Basically saying that it's not our Crow. For those of us that grew up and went to the theaters and watched the original Crow with Brandon Lee, yeah, this one is a different beat. This new Crow is not the Crow of Brandon Lee. We for those of us us Gen Xers and stuff, we had our Crow with Brandon Lee. So this new generation is going to have their Crow with this new iteration. All right, so that's that. Now, am I going to go watch this new Crow? Yeah, I'll go watch it. I'm cool with that. Then we have The Quiet Place Day 1. Yeah, I'll probably go see that. I don't know. I'll probably wait for streaming. Wonder if it'll be on Disney. Trap is a looks like an interesting one. M. Night Shyamalan. I have more faith in M. Night Shyamalan's movies when they're original content, when they're an original story. I'm more, anticipation with things like that. But when he makes a movie that is based on a book, you could pretty much. Those are times like that the book really is better than the movie, because he loves to take the original source material, and he'll hit some beats with it, but at the end he'll just go off on a wild tangent and just create his own ending. In fact, the only real twist anymore in the M. Night Shyamalan movie is that there is no twist. If he makes a movie with no twists, that would be the twist. And then, as we're talking about M. Night Shyamalan, I want to talk about The Watchers. I'm currently going through the book The Watchers. Actually listening to it on Audible. Not a sponsor. But that movie is going to be the directorial debut of M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. Now, I'm curious on whether the apple falls far from the tree. I'd like to see, since her first movie is based on a book, I want to see how close to the book that she keeps the movie, or is she gonna pull one of her dad's stunts and just totally rewrites the ending and just does something batshit crazy. So I don't know. I mean, really, if you're gonna make a movie based on a book, base it on a damn book, all right? I understand the whole thing about artistic license and stuff like that, but Jesus Christ, don't go way off the rails and just do something totally different. Especially when you've stayed to the source material for the first and second act, and then just shit the bed on a third act, all right? So I'm interested on whether The Watchers, the movie, is going to be at least relatively close to the book. Then, of course, I'm looking forward to Maxine, the third in the Ty West trilogy. They finally get the last thing of Maxine. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to Long Legs. And that's weird because I have no frickin' idea what the hell that movie is about. You've seen the trailers, and see that's the way to do a trailer. When you could do a trailer and get people excited about seeing your movie, but yet tell them damn near zero about what it's about, that's a good trailer. Then we get, I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice 2, or as I call it, Beetlejuice Squared. I wonder if that's going to be made into a trilogy. You know, because the whole thing about the summoning Beetlejuice is you have to say it 3 times. So that would be really good to have 3 Beetlejuice movies. And if the opening scene in Beetlejuice 2 is not him still sitting in that waiting room and his number finally getting called, I'm going to be disappointed. And then another sequel is Smile 2. And then, of course, I'm definitely looking forward to Terrifier 3. You know Terrifier 3 is going to be on my list. And I can't wait how they outdo the previous. I mean, the Terrifier 1, you have the hacksaw scene. Terrifier 2, they upped that with the bedroom scene. I wonder what scene this one's going to be known for. I understand that when they were filming that scene, that David Howard Thornton got sick. He started to gag and shit like that. That's got to be pretty gnarly. When the actor playing Art the Clown is getting nauseous by doing that scene from this Terrifier 3, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then we have In a Violent Nature, which I think is coming out next weekend, the end of May. I don't know. My understanding is that that's a pretty boring movie, except for like this one kill scene that's supposed to be really, really over the top. Evidently, this Johnny character in this movie is, my understanding, gives Art the Clown a run for his money as far as grisly and over the top gore killings. But everybody's talking about this one kill in this movie, something about a yoga scene. And they mention the other kills, but it's just in passing. And then they say, 75-80% of the rest of the movie is just this guy walking in the woods. I wonder if he stops to take a piss. Does the killer shit in the woods? If he does he make a sound? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I may wait till that goes to streaming, because it's a Shudder original, so that's going to be streaming on Shudder pretty soon. And as far as other movies that I'm kind of remotely looking forward to is Alien Romulus, and Never Let Go, and Nosferatu. But yeah, if I like those, they got to be really, really good. Otherwise, they might be, honorable mentions or something in my list. So anyway, yeah. 2024, you got 6 more months to redeem yourself. So get your head out of your ass, get your shit straight, and let's do this. So if you want, what are your thoughts on my list and the brief thoughts I had about it? What movies this past year have you really enjoyed? Do you think you could come up with a top 10 with just stuff that's been released thus far? I doubt it. But what are you looking for? What are you looking forward to this year for the next 6 months? But yeah, 2024. Go home. You're drunk. Go home, sober up, come back when you know what the hell you're doing. So anyway, that is it for me. I apologize for any audio hiccups and stuff. I'm trying out a new recording software, and I'm still that's one of the things I've been educating myself about. And but I don't know. I might go back to doing things on GarageBand. if this episode doesn't sound good or stuff like that. But I'm not going to go back and repeat everything I just said for the past fucking 40 minutes or whatever, just to do it on GarageBand. So anyway, I've been trying out some new software with some good effects. In fact, if you noticed in the intro of this podcast, I did some backward masking. Oh yeah, we're getting fancy now. So if you could figure out what I said in the backward masking thing at the beginning, the intro music thing of this podcast, let me know what you think it said, and you will win. I don't know, something. You'll win the satisfaction of being right. I don't know, but yeah. Follow me on all the Facebook, Twitters, Instagram. Instagram. I very rarely post anything there. I'm primarily on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. So yeah, go and subscribe for the YouTube channel and see some of the new content that's coming down the line. But if you want to see that new content literally 3 or 4 months advance before anyone else, you go to the Patreon page, and in addition to that, you get to have all kind of spooky little perks, get exclusive content, live streams, Q&A, polls. You actually have a hand in requesting content for the show or for the podcast. But yeah, you have to give me money first, because that's the way shit works around here. You want to have some power over what I talk about? Hey, show me the money. So that's why everything up to now is just everything that I want to talk about and when I want to talk about it, because I'm the only one financing this thing. But if you want to have a say-so, you could go to the Patreon page as well and have some influence over what I talk about. And again, all those links are on my Linktree /horror geekdom. So thank you so much for listening, and I am out of here.